Okay, let's start the reading vlog for this week. You are moving because you are set up on my dog. I hope you're fine with that. Because I'm currently on the couch and I just finished the library at Hellebore and I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I don't know what I will give it yet. I think 4 stars. I think I really liked it. The book is gore through and through. If you haven't watched last week's vlog, the main character can take people apart. She's part of the people who get born with gifts or curses, however you want to see it. And pretty much all of them can just pretty easily kill people. And our main character can just take them apart bodily and then they just die. And she gets kidnapped and put into this school called Hellebore, and the story pretty much goes from there. The whole book is gore. Like, there are so many people dying in this book, and really graphically dying, and I really enjoyed that, which is weird to say, but if you read books, you know what I mean. So yeah, I think the characters read a little bit young for the ages that they are at, but it wasn't too problematic, I would say. I thought the main character was like around 18. She's 22, so I get that it's pretty like similar in age. The oldest ones I think were like 25, which we didn't have the most interactions with, so they felt young, but I don't know. They didn't feel like teenagers, but like pretty young adults. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was a good, shorter story. I mean, for 5 stars, it kind of missing the spark that is like, oh my god, it's amazing. But I did really enjoy it, and I think it's a good change up from like the more psychological horror that I read. This is like pretty much physical horror through and through, and there isn't really, it's not scary, if you know what I mean. It's more like chaotic destruction, I think, would kind of fit. And as much as I'm normally not for violence or like unnecessarily violence in books, I'm all for the violence in this book. It has themes of like the dark topics of our society are definitely in there, but they are like not like, the whole book isn't like full of them, but they just like get mentioned here and there because of what happens in the book. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy that I finished it today. I read, I think, like 130 pages of that today, which is actually quite good. So yeah, that is the beginning of this week, and I haven't thought about what I will continue reading, but as I will pick up a book only tomorrow because I read enough today, I will see you tomorrow with the next book we will be reading this week. So, we have another heat wave. It is horribly, horribly hot. It is supposed to get even hotter tomorrow. We are nearing the mid-30s, which is like way too warm. But yeah, that means my reading is gonna probably slow down, because one thing I just cannot deal with is reading in like really, really hot weather. Don't know why, but I don't know. I'm just losing my motivation to read once the temperatures get too hot. But I did start 2 books that I'm kind of reading a little bit more parallel at the moment. I did start with The Perfume by Patrick Süskind is the correct way to pronounce it in Germany. It's kind of funny. I feel like the book is so stereotypical German. It is an older book, which I think is important to remind everyone of in the beginning. It is, let me look it up. Book is from 1985, so it is a little bit older. So far, the book is just hating women. It's really like, it lets everybody look bad there isn't one person that is in any way good so far in the book, which is kind of funny. Some of the way things are said is like so stereotypical German. Like there's one sentence where Granui is described, and then the description is pretty much like, yeah, he's ugly, but not the kind of ugly where you would run away, which is like, what kind of a description is that? But yeah, seemingly everybody hates him because he doesn't have a smell, which, why would you hate somebody who doesn't smell? I think it's kind of a weird concept. But then again, we do know what he does in the future, so yeah. But we have the whole like childhood so far now. I think he's somewhere around 8 now. We get a little bit like he gets brought from one person to another. Nobody wants to keep him, and he then gets to this woman who can't smell, so she isn't like really concerned with him not smelling, and she pretty much just like raises children up for money, and she doesn't really care about anything because she got a hit to her head, and so she doesn't really have all that many emotions anymore. It's kind of weird. And so he grows up there, and then once he gets older and he starts to perceive the world through his nose, and seems like he knows things he isn't supposed to know because he can smell them, and she doesn't understand, so she puts him away, and she brings him to like a Gerber to make leather, and as like a child laborer who is probably going to die. That is what she's doing now. And yeah, that is how far I am. I'm 40 pages in. The book, I think, is 300 pages or something around there. So yeah, we'll see how this continues. It is kind of interesting to read a German book again, particularly one that sounds so German while reading it. But yeah, I think it's interesting so far. And then the second book I'm currently reading is Bloodlines by James Rollins. This is the one where the president's daughter is like kidnapped while she's pregnant, and she's pregnant from like a normal person. Like there's like a whole history behind that, and our main character is supposed to find her. And yeah, that is where this book is going. I'm at page 30 so far for this one, and I'm just at the point where the president's daughter is kidnapped, but it's in hiding because she doesn't care that her family doesn't really accept her husband. So yeah, that is where I'm at with this one right now. What I've been mainly doing is knitting, because that kind of feels easier than reading. So I am quite a bit further into my cardigan. I have finished the body. It looks really good, and I am nearly finished with the first sleeve, which is really nice, because then I need to do the second sleeve, which is just the armhole here, and then I need to do the border around, like the button band around the front. I am slightly afraid I don't have enough yarn, which seems to be a reoccurring occurrence right now. Hopefully I have enough. I don't really know yet. I might have enough, I might not. We will find out. I just don't know how much the button band will take, which is the problem. But yeah, so far I'm really happy how this is turning out. The broken rib knits up really fast, and yeah, a 5mm needle also brings the knitting speed up quite a bit. So yeah, that is how it's going. We will see how much I am able to read with these temperatures. We don't have an AC. I don't even own a fan because I don't like the cold air blowing on me, so I'm just sitting this one out. And yeah, we will find out how the rest of the week will be going. But yeah, the reading is interesting. I like the knitting. The week is, otherwise it's going good. I'm just not a fan of the temperatures, which, I think a lot of people aren't. Okay, it is too warm. I hate it, but I wanted to give you an update because I did continue with the James Rowland's book. I'm at page 100 now. This book is longer than I thought, to be honest. It's 600 pages. But yeah, the woman that got kidnapped, the president's daughter, she is still in the hands of the pirates. They are pirates who kidnapped her, and they don't seem to know who they have. And so, yeah, that is pretty much one part of the story that we have. And the other part is our guys having like a meeting, planning what they are doing, reacting. Everybody is like on high alert, and obviously they have to do it covert. The president doesn't want to know, like doesn't want people to know that his daughter was kidnapped. They still don't know why his daughter used a fake passport. That is all still a mystery, and that is where I'm at right now. So yeah, we had a little bit of action, not too much, but it's still like building up the situation of like them actually like getting there and starting to actually form like a plan what they can realistically do. So yeah, that is where we're at right now with this book. I don't think I've read anything from the perfume since I've talked to you last. I'm pretty sure I didn't. And then knitting wise, I finished my first sleeve, which looks like this. If I put it on, which is a really bad idea with this weather, but you know. You can see it's a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be in the end, but the thing is, it should like grow about like 5 centimeters still, so then it will go to like more like the middle of my hand, which is ideal in my opinion for this type of a sleeve. So yeah, I think that will grow nicely, but this is how it's looking right now, and I love it. I think it looks really, really good so far, and yeah, the next step will be to do the second sleeve, and then I can do the button band, but yeah. I will start the second sleeve today at some point probably, and then it will probably take me a couple of days to finish that one. But yeah, I'm making great progress. It's absolutely the wrong weather for this, but you know, it is what it is. At some point, the weather's gonna get colder, hopefully. Who knows when, which is also why I have this wonderful hairstyle, because I just needed to get my hair out of my neck and face and stuff like that. So yeah, that is kind of what I'm up to. I will spend the rest of the afternoon gaming and maybe a little bit of knitting, to be honest, because I just don't want to move. And it's too warm for me to read much more today. So yeah, hopefully I can get a little bit more reading in tomorrow, but it's supposed to be as warm as today or a little bit warmer still, which is, you know, it sucks. I do not get how people live with this type of weather constantly. I really don't. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow with hopefully an update on the perfume. I'm trying to like read them like first the one, then the other, and then like, you know, switch between the two so I can make a little bit of even progress, which should be possible, I think. I'm really sorry for the little footage I have of the last 2 days. It was just so warm that my body couldn't really handle it. So yeah, I was just sitting down doing nothing because I was constantly feeling dizzy. I'm not doing well with heat. And yeah, it was extremely, extremely hot the last couple of days. I mean, I think technically it was like 33 or 34 degrees. Which is like, we never get temperatures like that here. And yeah, my body couldn't handle it, which is why I didn't really like film anything. So yeah, that was a little bit of a fail this week, but hopefully we are now done with the hot temperatures this year. That would be great. I don't think so. I mean, the weather is like crazy nowadays, but yeah, I am kind of hoping that we're done with the hot weather, just so I can feel like a normal human being again. I did do a little bit of reading, but only Bloodline. I am now 200 pages in. We are still like investigating the happenstance with the pregnant woman. They are investigating the clinic where she did IVF, And so they are investigating the clinic, that maybe there was something happened there, maybe that prompted her kidnapping, because so far they have found out that the kidnapping was like targeted pretty much. And so yeah, they're still trying to find her. She is nearly ready to get her child, or to have her child. So yeah, that is kind of where we're at right now. So we're not that much farther, but I'm at page 200. So yeah, a little bit less reading than I would have liked this week, which with those temperatures, I just wasn't able to really concentrate on anything, to be honest, on anything at all. I did pretty little knitting as well. I mean, I have the one finished sleeve for this week, and that is that. I started the second one, but I'm not far in. And yeah, the week didn't really go how I wanted it to, because it's just way too warm for anything. I really don't know how you do it. Like, I mean, I get it. In America and stuff like that, in like really hot places, you often have ACs. We don't have that here. I don't actually really would want one. But like for like the super, super warm days, it would feel nice. I do get the appeal of an AC on like super warm days. But yeah, I'm at least feeling better today, which is nice, which is when I read most part of the 100 pages I've read of this book. But yeah, I did want to end the vlog here. We hopefully will finish both of these books next week. That is kind of the goal, like Bloodline and then this perfume, or the perfume. That's kind of the plan, to like finish those two next week, both. Ideally, we will see. The weather is supposed to get hotter again, but not as hot as the last 2 days, because today it has been like still hot, but not nearly as hot as yesterday and the day before. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the weather is better next week, and hopefully I can get a little bit more reading done next week. Other than that, I did have a great reading week, like topic wise and like enjoyment wise, so that is great. So yeah, I hope you still enjoyed this vlog, even though it was a little bit annoying because of the weather. And yeah, I hope you had a great reading week as well, and hopefully I will see you in the next vlog. Bye bye.